song, dude. Good evening, hello, 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 little friends. What's going on? It is Wednesday! Happy Wednesday! It's hump day. We made it through the middle of the week. The middle of the week. Hey, the middle of the week. Hey, we made it through the middle of the week. Give yourself a round of applause. Woohoo! It's only Wednesday. It's a midway applause. So let's do a little finger applause, a little midway. Woohoo! Yeah, woohoo! I love it. Yes. I know. The Gabby's not here. I might be alone, but I'm never lonely. Right. We're never lonely because we always have each other, guys. And I got my friends here to keep me company, and I got you to keep me company. So we're good, guys. Okay, so we're gonna read. Let's see. What does the unicorn say for the day, though? Today, Wednesday, May the 20th, it says, seek out happiness like your life depends on it, because, newsflash, it does. Your life does depend on it. So, seek out all the happiness that you can in the world. If that means you got to eat all the apples that you want, go for it. Eat all the apples. It's fruit. Who's going to stop you anyways, unless you take them from the orchard? Oh, but they're the best from the orchard. I don't know. I got nothing, guys. But just make their little hearts so happy and contend with it, because your life depends on it. What's life without happiness? Death, I guess. If you're not living, you're dying, man. So, let's go ahead and live out some happiness. Go eat all your fruit snacks after your dinner, of course, okay? First, eat your dinner, and then all your fruit snacks, and then you can have everything that you want, okay? Alrighty, little friends, go be happy. Tonight, friends, I feel like my window's open. Tonight, friends, we are reading Showway. It is by Miss Jacqueline Woodson, and it's illustrated by Hudson Talbott. You ready to read, little friends? Okay. Ooh. Look at the pretty colors. When Soonie's great-grandma was 7, she was sold from the Virginia land to a plantation in South Carolina without her ma or pa, but with some muslin in her ma had given her. Muslin is like fabric, like a cloth fabric. And 2 needles she got from the big house. And thread dyed bright red with berries from the chokecherry tree. I can't read today, apparently. Look, it's really, really red. It's like licorice red. That's why I distracted you. In South Carolina, Big Mama raised Soonie's great-grandma. Raised most of the slave children on that large patch of land. At night, Big Mama told the children stories. Stories she'd tell her in a whisper about children growing up and getting themselves free. And the children leaned in and listened real hard. And in the daytime, when there was some few minutes for a slave to rest a bit, Big Mama taught Soonie's great-grandma to sew colored thread into stars and moons and roads. Wow, look at that. That slave children grew up and followed late in the night, a piece of quilt and the true moon leading them. Oh, they're out of there. Gotta go. Years passed. Big Mama moved on to the next world. And Soonie's great-grandma grew up, jumped broom with a young man named Ensler. Look, jump broom means they got married. They got hitched. Hitched, married? Yeah, you get me. Had herself a baby girl and named that child Mathis May. Loved that baby up so, yes, she loved that baby up. And one day, Mathis May would be Soonie's grandma. But not for a long, long time yet. See, she's still a baby. She's got a long way to go before she's somebody's grandma. I know. In the meantime, she learned to sew. Beautiful girl child learned to sew. Oh, you see the Mathis May? She is sewing. What's she making? When Mathis May was 7, she got sold away. Took a star from her mama's blanket, took a little piece of the road, pressed it to her face when she wanted to remember back home. held it to her heart to feel back home, got herself a piece of muslin and some thread somewhere and kept up her sewing. So fine, she was making clothes for everyone in the big house and slaves too. Whoa. Look at all the patterns. That's so cool. And at night, she sewed stars and moons and roads. Tiny patch pieces of stars and moons and roads. See, she took them from all the clothes that everybody was going to throw away anyway, and she turned them into quilt pieces. Isn't that cool? We call that recycling. Slaves whispered what no one was allowed to say. The Mathis know how to make a showway. Came to her when they needed to talk. Came to her for the stories of brave people. Came to her for the patch pieces just before they disappeared into the night. They're taking remember all those little pieces? Look at all those pieces are just map pieces. And they took them and took off. Out of there, coach. But Mathis May stayed on, grew tall and straight boned, jumped broom with another slave. They got married, remember? They got married. They jumped brooms. That slave was killed running off to the north side of the war months before he got to meet his baby, a girl child who was born free that same year, 1863. History went and lost her name. Aw. See, he was fighting in the big war. It's called the Civil War. Years later, Soonie came. Soonie's mama held her up in the moonlit night, showed her the stars, the moon, whispered into her ear, "There's a road, girl. That's a road." Loved that Soonie up so. Yes, she loved that Soonie up. Soonie and her mama stayed on the land they'd always known, picking cotton for a little pay and a piece of that ground to farm. Called that land home. Stayed on with other people, none of them slaves anymore. Hard work making a life from pink day to blue-black night. But it was free life just the same. And when the day was finally over, wasn't hard to find a thing or two to smile about. At night, they cut and sewed, strange lines and odd designs. People said about Soonie, that child could find some beauty in so many things. Look at see all the quilts? Everybody saw it. Soonie and her grandma and her great-grandma. Everybody. Even down to the little ones. Everybody's got a sewing job. Oh, look, the baby even. Oh, my goodness. They put the baby to work, too. When Soonie was 7, she was tall and straight-boned like her mama. Took in wash with her mama, sewed stars on patch pieces. Sewed stars and moons and roads. Sewed fields and rivers and trees. Patched the pieces together for her mama to sell come market day. Called those quilts Trail to the North. Called the quilts Showway. Didn't much need that secret trail to the north anymore, but started living well off the money those quilts brought in. Sewed those quilts to live. Sewed those quilts to remember. And though some could book read, most could not. Stars and moon and roads. Picture reading was what they'd always known. Picture reading was what they'd always known. Some mornings, Soonie looked out over the fields of cotton and dreamed of a place to call her own. Married a man named Walter Scott, who owned a bit of land in Anderson, South Carolina. Had herself a baby girl, named that girl child Georgiana. Loved that baby up so, yes, they loved that baby up. Georgiana, who grew tall and straight-boned and free, picking out words from her mama's Bible by 3. Reading by oil lamp light at age 5, people say about Georgiana, she's always had a book in her hand. Grew up to teach at a small school in Anderson. Had herself 2 girls at once. Named them Caroline and Anne. 2. She had twins. See them? They look just alike. Love those babies up so, yes, they love those babies up. And Caroline and Ann grew up tall and straight boned, turned 7 walking in a line to change the laws that kept black people and white people living separate. They're marching. You see the twins? See? They're marching with their mama and their auntie and their grandmas. They were a little bit scared sometimes, but pinned inside their dresses were showaway patches Grandma Soonie had given them. And something about those patches made Scared hang his mean old head and walk away. See, they got their patches underneath. Anne grew up writing poems, and sometimes she made the poems into songs. Caroline stitched those songs into art that people bought to hang up on their walls. Anne had me. And Mama loved this baby up so, yes, she loved this baby up. And when I was 7, I didn't have to work in a field or walk in any freedom lines, but I still read like Georgiana and wrote like Anne. And when the words were slowly incoming, I sewed stars and moons and rose into quilts and curtains and clothes, because Mama said, all the stuff that happened before you were born is your own kind of showway. There's a road, girl, my mama said. There's a road. And I grew up tall and straight boned, writing every day. And the words became books that told the stories of many people's showways. See, she's a writer. Had a baby and named that child Toshi Georgiana. Love that Toshi up so, yes, I love that Toshi up. So some mornings I start all over, holding tight to little Toshi. I whisper a story that came before her. Now, Soonie was your great-great-grandma, and when Soonie's great-grandma was 7, how's that story gonna go? You know it because we just read it. The end. That's awesome. Look, on her quilt, she's got everybody. You got Soonie, you got Mathis May, you got Soonie's mama, you got Soonie, you got Georgiana, you got Caroline and Ann, the twins, you got Jacqueline, who is the writer of this book, and Toshi, her little young one. Look at that. It's such a cool little family history of brave women and what they went through. Wasn't that a cool story, friends? I thought that was so cool. That's so cool. I know. So, well, that's it, guys. I'll see you guys. We don't have any. Gabby usually reads the story after, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. So she's on vacation. You know, she needs her beauty sleep. You know, she's got to get beautified and go on vacay, even though it's a dag-nabbit quarantine. But toddlers, what are you gonna do, guys? You let them go on vacation because they're gonna go on anyway, so you might as well just let her. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, you can check us out on YouTube, get all the replays, go follow the Counseling Unicorn, all that jazz, and I'll see you guys mañana, tomorrow night at 8:30. Good night, my lovelies. Sleep tight, get your rest, get your sleeps. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Don't forget, bite them first. Okay, now. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.